Hello and welcome to our latest podcast. This episode delves into the inspiring community spirit and charitable efforts of Moose International, as shared by Peter Nicholson. From organising events to supporting local causes, Peter discusses the impact of community involvement and the challenges faced in engaging younger generations. The conversation also touches on the importance of personal connections and the evolving nature of community organisations.
Hi, I'm Dave, and you're listening to a conversation with Angie and Mike, a podcast from Somewhere House, Somerset. Each episode, we meet people with inspiring stories, from local community groups to fascinating organisations, and explore how mental health has shaped their journeys. Somewhere House, Somerset is a small charity supporting people across Sedgemoor with counselling, group sessions, and community activities. To find out more or get involved, visit our website or email info@somewherehousesomerset.org. Let's get in today's conversation.
It's really difficult to be able to recruit members. I totally get that. I think a lot of these organisations, like you said about Lions Club's now closed. See, there's the Round Table. Don't know if there's one of those in Burnham anymore.
That's gone in Burnham too.
That's gone as well. Wow. So all of these organisations are all suffering with the same problem. Yeah. Good afternoon, Pete.
Good afternoon. Thank you for having me here.
Thank you for coming along. Do you want to give everyone a quick overview as to who you are?
Right. My name is Pete. I live in Burnham-on-Sea. I'm also a member of an organisation called Moose International. I'm members for the Lions Rotary. We are the same. As with Lions Rotary, we're also American-based. So our headquarters in America.
I didn't know that.
No, I didn't know that, actually.
We were formed in England in 1926.
Right.
Until 2013, we had our own Great Britain management team as such. Lodge of Great Britain. 2013, things changed. They changed it. That went because we were losing lodges. And now we have a management team, but we are governed by head office in Illinois in the States.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
Basically, our aim is to raise funds for local causes. Mm-hmm. Like yourself, we raise funds for you. Any people in Burnham or the local area want help, they can contact us. We also, one of our big concerns is the air ambulance, Dorset and Somerset Air Ambulance. Over the years, we raised over 45 grand for that. Wow. But we do, our aim is to raise funds, have fun, also have the welfare of our members, working towards the local community, charity-wise. Any charity groups want help, we're there to help them.
Okay. And how do you raise those funds? What sort of things do you do? Is it just your members kind of donating, or is it more widespread things?
No, well, we have a full program of events. We hold our meetings once a month, the fourth Thursday of the month at Barrow Village Hall. We have the raffles. Every event we have has to have a raffle. The Moose event is not the same as a raffle. I do get told off because I'm also the social chairman. Can we do without a raffle? Oh no, I get pushed down then. We have race nights, we have harvest suppers, we have Christmas lunches, ladies' nights. What do we do? We've had Christmas teas before now. My wife was president of the Ladies' Circle, which unfortunately has closed due to lack of members, but she had Christmas lunches. So every we can do, we try and raise money. We've been hit. Perhaps like a lot of charities have, we used to collect for ambulance to the motorway services.
Yeah.
A lot of these places now start charging us to collect there.
Really?
Really?
So the motorway services, they want you to sort of pay to have a pitch?
Pay to collect for a good cause.
No.
Wow.
And that's been one of our biggest income for the air
ambulance. Yeah. What do they charge?
I'm not sure what they charge. We don't go down the route. When they wrote to us and said they would started charging, I think they've got an outside firm coming in to charge us for collecting.
Wow.
We've now had a rethink, and we now have coffee mornings in the Methodist Church in Burnham.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Coffee mornings there. We had one before. A couple months ago, I raised £300. It was for
wow.
November. So we got to rethink. But we have fun events. The members along. Our last one was started this month. We had a race night to raise £300. That would go into our pot. And then in March, we have our presentation night where we all put ideas in who charities have it. And the last couple of years, we handed out about £4,000 to £5,000.
Wow.
Charity.
That's really good, isn't it? It's so hard now for charities to raise money. So
It's very hard.
the fact there's other organisations out there that go out and help raise money is so valuable.
Oh, it is. My biggest concern is I'm working on a project at present. We are age problems. Like all these Lions and Rotary age problems. Well, Burnham Lions have gone.
Oh, really?
We've got 62 members, but I think we have 5 active ones. But it's our ages. I'm 17. I'm one of the youngest ones in.
Wow. Yeah.
Rotary is struggling, so I'm trying to get Rotary and Roots to work together at present time. Have some joint events to keep the.
Why do you think it is that sort of younger people are not joining these organisations?
Change the times, change different views. They don't. I suppose going back to the beginning of it, when it first formed, it was the way to socialise.
Yeah.
Nowadays, you've got Facebook, you've got all these social media.
But that's not real life stuff, is it?
No, it's not. No,
It's just all that fantasy stuff that they want people to see.
That's
It's
right.
not,
That's
yeah.
right. And whether people are afraid to get involved with things.
But you know, I went to the meeting, obviously, a few months back, and one of the things that struck me really strongly about the meeting, obviously lots of people were older, but also the fact that they look after their own. So,
Yeah.
and I absolutely thought that was wonderful. Like people who are on their own, who've lost their partner, you know, you support them in getting them a holiday and Christmas. And it was just like, oh my gosh, this is the community life that it should be.
Yeah, we do have a very good welfare structure. One part of it is anybody got hospital, doctor's appointments, we make sure there's a transport.
Yeah.
We've got a welfare officer who looks after that. Make sure there's a transport available, take them to and from. At Christmas time, national-wise, they go to, I think it's Aberfan in Wales, they go for a free Christmas. 3 or 4 days over there, they're on their own. And we do support the ones who are sick or ill, we help them out. So the welfare is important for our members as well, yeah. So
And you take them to the events if they can't get there themselves,
yeah, we
don't
take
you?
them to events, we make sure they can get around, make sure they get to places. When they come to meetings, we make sure there's lifts available.
I just think it's so generous, but I think the generosity, I could feel I felt quite emotional, to be honest. I could feel the generosity in the room.
I knew you were emotional at that.
Yeah. And it was like, I think it was just something that kind of ideal situation where there are people that care about the people around them rather than just what's on the end of a telephone or what's on the end of a screen.
That's right.
Do you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah,
It was just so touching. I was so touched by that.
I was brought up in a mark. In my road, everybody knew everybody else's business.
Yeah.
In terms of this day and age, no one knows the next door neighbours, do they? How many people actually know the next door neighbours and will go in and ask them for help?
Well, I think that's another thing, isn't it, that comes through is, like you said, you know this where we are today. It's changed a lot since you've been here last. But, I mean, this farm has been going, it's 300, the main house is 360 years old. And it's been part of the community for a very long time. And when you are a farmer or you live in the local community, you start to get to know people, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. Now, I know that, you know, I know everybody in the village. And if I see them, I'll say hello. But there are some people that aren't very friendly to people that come from the outside in. And I think sometimes that can create barriers. Not barriers that I felt at Moose, by the way, but I mean, they're barriers that can be created, can't they?
That's like crazy. How many people walk on a road and say hello to the person they pass by?
I do.
I do as well, but I get some funny looks at times.
So do I. My kids think I'm a nutter.
Quite a few people answer back and some sort of give me strange looks.
Yeah.
We'll see after, or what's he trying to call me for? But nobody speaks to anybody anymore, do they?
Well, I think you and I do, obviously. Do you, Mike?
Yeah, I try to make an effort, but you are right. I think we're in this sort of society now where people are a lot more guarded and a lot more cautious about who they speak to and what they say and all of those things. Yeah, I think it's much harder than it used to be to talk to people.
Sometimes you could be the only person that somebody speaks to that day, which is why I always say hello to everybody, whoever it is, morning, afternoon, hello, whatever.
But sometimes you can make that person's day.
Yeah.
Why are you noticing them?
Yeah.
Oh, they might think, oh, well, I've been noticed. I am a person. You know.
Yeah.
But just to know somebody, I think is wrong. But just to say hello to somebody, just make their day. Sometimes you might get a response back. You might start a conversation going. Not a conversation. Lead a friendship. So
it's funny. I went to the doctor's this morning, and you sit in the doctor's surgery, and before it was a place where you'd say hello to people, you'd speak to people, and I went in there and everybody apart from myself and my husband were on their phones. And then they got other people came in and they weren't on their phones, and I knew them, and they said, "Oh, hello, Angie," and then somebody else you catch up, and it's like that. As soon as you pick up that screen, as soon as you put that in front of your face, it blocks somebody out, doesn't it?
It does, yeah. It says, please don't speak to me.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm busy. And the thing I found about that, I learned so much about what you guys do on that evening when I came to see you all, was that I don't think the community know about those things. I just don't think young people are aware that actually they could join. How much does it cost to join?
A massive £25 a year.
Wow.
That's just gone up £1 this year. I think we're one of the cheapest ones out.
Yeah.
Which is £25. And for that, they get support from the members. Okay, yes, as I said, there's raffles we do. We have a collection that goes into several pots, depends what. We also have a civic account, which is like for local clubs and groups in the area who want help. We have a welfare account, which for our members, that goes into welfare pot, help, support, transport for our members. We have a social account, but it's £25 a year, and you can spend out however much did you want to. Our events, race night was £8 a ticket. We had a fun night, plus with always food involved. We had a jack potato supper, so jack potatoes, and a choice of 6 fill-ins, plus the racing afterwards. A harvest supper we've had, that was a two-course meal, £15 a head. So where else can you go for a night out with friends for £15?
You can't.
And then entertainment afterwards.
Yeah.
I was lucky. I was looking for, I was in the phone to arrange everything. So Harvest Supper was after a singer. This is how charity and friendship works. I couldn't find anybody. Singers these days are £300-400 each. To us to raise money, we couldn't afford that. So I used that Facebook thing and went out and said, anybody can help me out, please. A lady from Cheddar got in touch with me. I'll do it. I'll do it for free. I said, okay, but I said, but you're not doing it for free. There's got to be a cause. She had a charity close to her heart for her husband seriously ill. Okay, we will donate money to your charity. If you can do it, she come and do it. Great night. Everybody loved her. She was fantastic.
What's her name?
Yeah, Flory. She told me she could sing anything from Elvis to opera.
And could she?
She could, yeah. She was very
brilliant.
good.
That's amazing.
So charity goes round, and that's so that we end up giving her a nice check for her charity. So yes, there are some kind people out there, but it's just finding them.
I think you're right, and I think it's funny because all of that sounds really interesting. All the events you run. I've recently been to another organisation, a Masonic event that I was invited to, and it's funny because it was very, very similar organisation. I think a group of people who all want to do something for charity. They all look after their members really well. All of those things, and they've said pretty much exactly the same as what you said, which is they really struggle to recruit younger people, and I think part of that is because young people don't know about these events or these organisations. They don't know what they offer. They think that it's going to drain their pockets. I don't want to go to those events because all they want is money. I think is probably a lot of people's attitudes. And also, unfortunately, it's because the age of the members are usually quite a bit older than them. There is that difference in conversation sometimes, so it's really difficult to be able to recruit members. I totally get that, and I think a lot of these organisations, like you said about Lions Club's now closed. Obviously, there's the Round Table. I don't know if there's one of those in Burnham anymore.
That's gone in Burnham too.
That's gone as well. Wow. Yeah. So all of these organisations are all suffering with the same problem, which is really sad.
But isn't that also about relationships? Because I'm interested in people, and it doesn't matter how old they are or how young they are. I'm interested in the person, and very often we've lost. I don't think we've lost it, but I think with some people they've lost that ability to be able to be intrigued by what you did, and and where you come from, and what's your family, and what's your story. And that's the thing. I think very often people don't want to know. They're almost impatient.
Everybody's got a story, no matter if that person thinks it's not interesting. It is interesting. Yeah. I mean, the Rotary, I've been working with the Rotary a bit, and they started a project now where they got a Rotary clubs in the schools.
Oh, really?
Oh, wow.
I'm not sure what age they start them at, but I've only got a brief idea of how it works. But they start Rotary clubs in schools. Now, Rotary club in school is attached to a local Rotary club. So you've got the back end of the members as well. they just started that. So that could be interesting to see how that develops.
Yeah, that sounds really good, and it's gonna take a long time to get them to
But is that also something that, like, as your organisation could go into schools and let them know about what you guys do? Because I know that we've done it with a charity, haven't we? And they've been brilliant. The kids have been fantastic. But sometimes I know it's difficult to get in the door because I'm not saying the security that they have in these places come from the top downwards. And basically it can be quite hard to kind of go in there. But I think it would be a really nice idea for you guys to go into the schools and stuff.
We have worked with King Offers in the past. They had a thing that's called a dining club.
Yeah.
Which we supported. So we have been making Offers a bit, but just getting that. It's just trying to find the right level to approach the schools and to work with the children, the right age group to start working with. I think that was an important bit. But it's also, I suppose, you work with children, you've also got contact with their parents as well. So it could be two.
Couldn't it? Yeah, it could be a good way of
attack.
Seeing various different age groups, for sure. Yeah.
So if somebody wanted to join, how would they go about it?
Well, usually get in touch with one of us. You can get in touch with me via the Facebook. I monitor the Facebook page.
Is it Burnham on Sea Moose?
Burnham on Sea Moose Facebook page. We have a website which just changed its name, literally. So I've got the new name for it. Yeah, that's just changed. But look at Moose International, Great Britain. You'll get through to our head office, which is in Burnham on Sea, Manor Gardens. They will send a message on to Burnham Secretary.
Just don't go on the night that the football's playing, because it is a nightmare to park your bloody car. Struggled and because I took Dave's car and it's like a huge truck and I couldn't park it, it took me about 10 minutes to park the car, and there was somebody watching me park it, and I didn't realise it was somebody I knew. I was mortified.
You did a good job, I hear.
Thank you. Just about.
No, that is being looked into. Yeah, I've also put a complaint in that. But no, just get in touch with either via the head office.
Yeah.
Or via the Facebook page, send a message and I'll pick the message up. I monitor the Facebook page, pick it up, and I'll get back to them ASAP. And anybody's welcome to come along. You don't have to join, just come along and see what you do. I mean, we got also a range of speakers as well, so I'm trying to find interesting speakers. This month, which is 2 weeks' time, we got doc bikes, which is basically doctors on bikes.
Right.
A charity which has started up, blood bikes, and these are doctors who first response, and GPs or doctors, and he's hoping to bring his bike in on bikes so get there for the first response. I think it started a couple of years ago, this charity did. So.
Is it a local charity or?
I'm not sure where they're based, to be honest.
Okay.
We have a escape day in Burnham, service day, and that's one of my main things, to go over in and see what charities and what organisations they get speakers in with. They were there, so I can find out. But there's
an opening there for you, Mike. I think you could go and be a good speaker. You would. You'd be really good. I think you could certainly talk about what you do. And
I certainly could do. That. Yeah.
Here's another one.
What do you do?
What do I do? What do I not do? I do many things. So I run a software development company. We build software for all kinds of different organisations, whether that's stock control systems through to case management, medication management. Pretty much anything we can build. And then I'm also a property developer. Okay. So I buy properties that are, I like to use the word abandoned, which they're generally properties that are in very, very poor condition and fire damaged, damp, that kind of thing. We buy them and then we renovate them into nice, modern, comfortable, warm homes. And then typically we'll rent them. Sometimes we sell them. We do a lot of work with the local authorities in terms of housing people. And then I'm also a trustee of Somewhere House Somerset. Mainly responsible for sort of technical and financial side.
You're after.
Sounds good.
There you go. Done. Deal done. See, you owe me one now, Pete.
Fair enough.
So tell us about you personally. So you were obviously brought up in Mark?
I've lived in Mark since I was 11, 56. I remember us moving into that big farmhouse then in day after Aberfan in 1966. I was born in Weir.
Didn't go far
really
then.
Well, I have in a way. We also lived in Dorset, lived in the Forest of Dean. My mother was from the Forest of Dean, so we've lived over there for a while. I came out to live with my grandparents and went to Weir infant school, but they tried to, I stress the word, try to educate me.
So were you from farming stock?
Yes, yeah. I went into farming when I left school.
What sort of farming did you do?
Did dairy farming.
Okay, yeah.
I was sort of working. I was driving tractors when I was about 8 years old.
They all do it. I mean,
Well-
it's funny. We got a young lad. I'm sure I've said this on the podcast. We've got a young lad. He's obviously 16 and passed his tractor test and drives himself to work because I know he's doing an apprenticeship, but he drives down here. He comes down the hill there. He comes down there. And of course, we can hear it because it's got no, is it a muffle on the?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, it's so noisy. And it comes round here and it goes down the road. And I think, there he is. He's off to school again or off to his apprenticeship.
Yeah, so I was farming. I went into farming out of school. I was a relief milker then for a while. I then went to the Middle East to work on a farm in the desert.
Middle East?
Middle East, yeah. Saudi Arabia, middle of the desert, big dairy farm there I worked at.
Wow.
Why the Middle East?
Experience. They wanted to start there for a year. So that was experience to go and try something new and see. It wasn't education. I only lasted 6 months. They didn't tell us all what was involved like that. Security-wise and safety-wise, we found out that the local British government didn't know we were there. So we had anything happened, they wouldn't have known we were there.
Wow.
Oh, wow.
Didn't let us know about that. So I come back. I had to find a job, so I went on the milk rounds.
As a milkman?
At the moment,
Love it.
Portix Dairies in Burnham, that was years ago.
Oh, really?
For, got to be 20 odd years, I did that. I left the milk rounds. I went taxiing after that.
Oh, wow.
Oh, wow.
The milk rounds are dying out, and I got it. Taxiing, local taxi in Burnham. I went to the airport, then I ended up private hire driver in a firm in Bristol. We did all the main airports and business people. COVID come in and took my business away. So I had to make a decision what to do, and I had a year to go to retirement. I could not see taxi business come back like it was.
So was it your own business or was it the
I was self-employed, but I worked for a contractor to a firm in Bristol.
So you've never thought of starting up your own?
No, not in that sense, no. Far too much involved, legal-wise and licensing-wise.
I think it's quite tough. Is it tough to set up? I mean, it's not difficult to set up your own business, but I suppose the logistics of doing it can sometimes be quite overwhelming. I remember a young lad that I've helped quite a few people set up their own businesses, and he went, "Oh, I didn't realise I could just do it." And it's like
plan. I think these days you've got to plan it well. Go to back end, be behind you, and it's advertising. I mean, it's easy to advertise these days than it was perhaps years ago. But set their own business up. Again, sounds nice being self-employed, but there are some drawbacks as well. So you've got to look on both sides of the line.
You don't get paid holidays. Nobody pays your pension other than you. Nobody pays your tax or national insurance other than you. There's very little job security. You got to work blooming hard. Basic pay.
I never knew how much was coming in each week because I didn't know what jobs were coming in.
It's unpredictable. Yeah, it's funny, isn't it? That's the thing about having your own business. People don't see that side of it. They look, you're doing all right for yourself, but in actual fact, it's blooming hard.
Go back to the beginning, what we discussed about meeting people, and that was a great way to meet people. Yeah. And that's what I enjoyed most. When I worked with, we had, where I was we had about 25, 30 cars. Same dozen guys I used to work with are great. All nationalities, banter between us. I probably get banned in some places, but it's great. Camaraderie was there. Yeah. It was just about meeting people as well. Great people, famous people.
But isn't that the point where you get to that when you're working and you're doing that kind of work and you're out and about, that loneliness doesn't sit there, does it, so much as it does for people that don't have that kind of connection?
Because you're always going to meet somebody, but people without connection. And then when COVID did kick in, and I was at work, my wife was working, I was home most of the day, that loneliness did kick in a bit.
Yeah. But it did.
I was trying to find jobs, but at age no one wanted them or no one was taking else on with the COVID. I do have another hobby stroke business interest as well. I'm a healer.
Oh, right, yeah.
Do healing work and psychic counselling work. So I did have a few clients used to come in when I was off. He's gone on to do what I do now, which is nice. I still do that, yeah. I still do that. I then, 3 years ago, someone said I should start a group up. So I've started a group up once a month. It started off as a healing group, but it's become more of a support group. We meet at Brentford Village Hall on once a month on the third Saturday. So this Saturday coming up, we meet all healers or therapists or whatever. Anybody can come along. One of the important bits we do is, before we start, we sit in a circle, check in with each other, see how each member is, any problems, any issues. And over the 3 years, we've talked quite a bit. And the most important thing is a safe space. What happens in that room stays in that room. They all know it now. Everybody knows it's safe. So it's a nice group. So we've all shared things. We've all solved things.
Is it a closed group or can anybody
Anybody
go?
can join along. Anybody come along. Anybody's welcome. It's not closed. Anybody can come along. I just a message just now before I come in. A lady who asked me months ago if she could. We have a WhatsApp group we came in touch with. She wanted to come off it because she can't come along. I said, "Look, don't come off it." I said, "We're there. We're there if you want to." She said, I'm not a therapist. I feel forced." I said, "You're not forced. Stay on the group. If you want to help, we're there. If you want to come along, we're there. You want just to talk, we're there." Which is, I guess, a third of our meeting is to talk. And we've had meetings where we just do talk, and that's good. It's about that communication again.
So how do you get funding for that?
Our members pay £20 a year. Membership that just goes towards the whole cover.
Yeah.
Apart from that, I don't take nothing. That's all. And my idea, I've been on to groups before, and my plan and style was no one's in charge. The members group. So I'm not in charge. So if you're in the group, it's not mine, it's yours. So I can plan things. Sometimes plan out what we're going to do. We're going to play drums next time it's coming around, the drumming session. But I've often gone in and had one idea and walk in the doors and things completely change. Someone will say something, want some help, it's okay, we'll do this today. So things completely change around. But
That's very person-centered, isn't it?
so yeah, it's their group, not mine. They'll say, "Well, thank you for doing this." No, don't thank me. It's the people that come to the meeting that makes the group work.
So what time of the day is that?
10 o'clock in the morning until 1 o'clock lunchtime.
On the third Saturday of every month.
Started at Bretton Village Hall. There's a little room in the back, Jubilee room in the back, which is nice and quiet and peaceful. But no, we've had meetings there where we've had 2 members there. We chatted. 10 members there. We've done things so. They know us there and they know us supporting.
Is that the same time as we have our drumming group?
I think it might be.
Drumming
I'm not
circle.
sure. I'm sure.
Yeah, third Saturday.
Yeah, I'm sure it is.
Yeah. Where do we do that now? St Andrew's Hall, isn't
Yeah.
it?
Oh, yeah.
So likewise, if you know anybody that wants to come along to the drumming circle, they're more than welcome.
So this coming to Saturday then, is it?
I think it must be. Is it the third Saturday? Yes, it will be. Yeah. It will
So
be.
if we drum louder, you can drum louder still.
Yeah.
Something like that. Yeah.
We also, that's the thing that we do. We have a fantastic drumming circle that goes around and helps other people, and they just give Mandy a donation, and she does it.
We're surprised now how drumming helps people.
It's a rhythm, isn't it?
Yeah, but also mindfulness too.
Yeah.
You've got to be the one who, from my group, some other groups have branched off. Yeah. She came into my group when she was my first one through the door, Jeannie. She said to me, "I don't want to do anything. I don't want to teach anything. I've done enough teaching. I don't want to run anything." I said, "Okay, no problem." She was the first one to volunteer to run drumming group for the next meeting. Uh-huh. She's also started a drumming group separate to my group once a week. And we've had other groups branch off as well. And people have made new friends. People have making new connections and gone off in different directions. The holistic world that's all about. And I think anything in life is all about. We're all healers, no matter what we think we are or not. We're all healers. So we all learn things, and how we meet people and branch off is how we make our lives.
And I think it's that joining together, isn't it?
That's
right. We're all stronger as a group than we are as an individual, and it comes back to that fundamentally. Right. And I'm reading a book at the moment called How to Change Your World. I'm only at the very start of this book. I'm not promoting this book in any way, but I just started reading it, and I thought that bit about what part do you want to do to change the world, if you see what I'm saying. What are you giving back? And I was reading another book the other day, which is about giving as much as you can, and then as a result you receive. And I think sometimes that's lost. People don't realise you can give unconditionally, freely, and it will come back to you.
That's right, it will do. It's coming back. So sometimes I think a lot of people's worries aren't what they think it is.
Yeah.
I've had clients come to me healing-wise and psychic counselling-wise, and we always have a chat beforehand, just consult, and then ask them what's going on in their lives and what the problem is, what the issues are, what they want help with. And they say, well, so-and-so. And I say, okay, on the couch. And thinking about what I do, they don't speak.
Yeah.
I just lay there, relax. I listen to their body, what their body's telling me. I tell them something completely different afterwards. So, no, I said, it is. Trust me. So I tell them what I found. I said, well, yes, that's right. How do you know that? I said, well, that's what body's telling me. Because I kind of believe the mind and the heart works in two different ways. The heart will say we can do these things. The mind will put all the problems in the way you can think of. Sometimes the mind will overtake the heart and come up with ideas that makes you worry more than you should do.
But sometimes it's stilling your mind, isn't it? It's just keeping that quiet. Because we had the lady from Glastonbury. Gosh, my brain's gone dead. The gardens in Glastonbury. They sent us a voucher through for people to use.
Chalice.
Yeah, and one of the things about that place is you can very much quieten your mind and allow yourself to be. And I think very often we don't do that. And I think once again that comes down to phones, TV, laptops. I mean, when was the last time you just sat? Do you know what I'm saying?
Good question.
And
It's the answer.
And I'm really fortunate because on the sofa over there, now I can just sit and watch the world go by. In a sense, it's another TV, but it's absolutely lovely just to sit.
Watching nature. Nothing more beautiful than nature. Yeah, but you're right. We sit down, 7 night time, phone's there, the phone, TV's on, radio's on perhaps.
Yeah.
Your mind's going.
And you've got a book in front of you.
Your mind's going, well, I've got to do this, I could do that, what's tomorrow? I could do this and do that. Why just can't we turn off? Just live for now. We can't do nothing tomorrow because tomorrow's not here. So we can't worry about that. We can't worry about yesterday because it's gone. So just worry about the present and the now.
And I went to see a lady a couple of weeks ago, and she does bioresonance. And basically that's it's a form of healing, but it's about finding out what's going on with your body and working it out. She's absolutely spot on with everything. I was so astounded. I must get her on the podcast actually, but you'd be really interested in meeting this lady. And it's just that bit about if you've for 2 hours, no screens, nothing. It was just me in a room with her, and Dave was observing, and it was like, this is just a very, very nice feeling. It was really lovely.
What I do with the psychic counselling bit is, I first came by pure accident. I used to work at the Healing Weekend. The Huntsville. And 5 years ago, I was in the therapist tent. And I was on a Sunday night, I was about to pack up. My wife came in to help me pack up. She said, there's a lady who wants to speak to you. I said, no, she's wandered around 3 or 4 times. She said, she's going to come and speak to you. I'm going to walk out again. This lady came along. She was in, Lorraine, her name was. She come up, she said, I'm sorry, she said, you're packing up. I said, that's okay, don't worry. I said, can I help you? Well, I said, I've got a few things going on. I said, okay. Tell me what's going on. She told me a few things. I said, okay, you've got half an hour. She said, well, yeah, but you're packing. I said, don't worry about me packing up. You're on the couch, what's what we can do? So I gave her some healing on the couch and I had all these feelings coming towards me, what's going on with her body and her life. But for some reason I was getting answers, what to tell her what to do. So I said to her afterwards, well, you've got to do this, this and this. She looked at me strange, said, just do it, see what happens. And a letter a month later said, I did what I did, Pete, and my life changed around. And I said, okay, so this made me feel better, it's made me feel myself the way I really am, and I'm getting on my life. I was going to look what I did, and it was psychic counselling, so I took a diploma in psychic counselling to make sure I knew what I was doing. I was right.
Do you think that sometimes people would see that as quite controversial if we are telling people what they need to do, so we're being prescriptive?
Yes and no. It's not what you tell them, it's how you tell them, I think. I don't do it as giving orders, I do it as suggestions.
Have you ever thought of doing that?
Yeah. I think if someone say to me, you have to do this, you have to do that, I want to say no.
In more words.
But you say, well, have you tried this? How about doing this?
I was reading another book last month about tools that Because very often people go into counselling and they don't actually come out with anything. It's just a conversation, or that's how they feel. And one of the things that they did a Netflix picture thing. I didn't agree with a lot of what this book said in some aspects, because it was quite religious. It wasn't religion. It was about higher power and stuff like that. And not everybody wants to believe that. But it was about recognising there's greater things than yourself, but also not being arrogant enough to think that you know everything. But I think there is a value in having other people's experiences to help you get over your own difficult experiences.
Yes, it really does, because we all think what's happened to us has happened to nobody else. It has. I got into healing through a fatal accident. I was involved in a fatal accident, which I was getting depressed. I didn't realise how depressed I was getting. I don't know why, but I was offered, my local GP offered me antidepressants, and I said, no, I don't want this. There's got to be another way to this. And it wasn't until year 2000 this was. My mother died that year. We had the fatal accident that year. I think that Christmas, my sister gave me Indian head massage as a Christmas present. Which I'd never done before, because I didn't believe in all this. Before then, I did not believe in all this.
All gobbledygook.
All boo-hoo to me. It was a black or white. These things didn't happen. So I had this Indian head massage. When I came home, my wife said to me, whole weight's been lit off your shoulders. So I said, I do feel better. I do feel as though I am distressed a bit. Yeah. I was stressed out. So I then went to find another therapist, and a couple of days down the line, she said to me, you could do this. I said, don't be daft. So you could do. So I've got some courses coming up. A taster day. Come along, have a look. Went along and trying these things. I found I could do things. Then took my Reiki 1, 2, and 3. Become a Reiki master Reiki teacher. So I do then what people did to me, help me.
And do you run that as a business?
More of a hobby than a business. Right. I never wanted to be a business as such, but it's more of a hobby, more of an interest. It's just nice helping people.
You talked about an accident that you experienced. Was that an accident that you were involved with, or an accident that was caused by yourself?
I was involved with it.
It's tough, isn't it?
It was tough, yes. But if it hadn't been an accident, I wouldn't be where I'm to now.
Yeah.
I'm saying
out of adversity, isn't it?
If you go back through your lives, who you've met along the way, good or bad, what you've done, good or bad, makes you the person you are now. So if it hadn't been for that accident, and the old girl did die, yes, but I've met the mother and she wasn't blaming me at all, which was hard in one sense, but it was a sure accident. But wrong place, wrong time for both of us.
Yeah.
But other than that, something good's come. And
it is that adversity, isn't it? I mean, and I know that from my own life, you know, what's happened is sometimes quite unbelievable what's happened to you, but there's a level of healing with that, isn't there?
But also sometimes it happens and it gives you a good kick up, and they say, well, you've got to change your life around.
Yeah.
You do something else and do something, which is what I do now.
So is your wife still around?
Yeah, she's still around. Yeah.
What does your wife do?
She's now retired.
Right. Okay. What did she do?
She worked on services, M5 services.
Oh, right. Okay.
25 years.
Oh, wow.
That was a long time.
She's a long time.
She waited till her 25th year come up. She had her bonus.
And left. Good girl. So what does she do now?
Housewife, really. We don't.
Yeah.
She's the catering officer for Moose.
Oh,
she does all the food.
Nice.
And she's getting a reputation now where everybody wants her food. So
it's a good endorsement.
She enjoys
isn't
it. That's amazing. She does enjoy it. She enjoys the cooking side and preparation and catering side of it. So
we all need one. We've got Annie, haven't we? Annie's our lady that does all of that.
All our cakes and things.
She was president of the Ladies Circle, which is now gone for 3 years, and her charity was a Marcus Hospice. So she came up with this idea of doing a Christmas lunch in Highbridge. If I get about 40 there, it'd be fantastic. I can make some money for hospice. First she did it, she had 70 turn up.
Wow.
So we were early morning button sandwiches, tuna and ham.
Oh my gosh.
Those all the cakes.
Wow, that's amazing, isn't it?
But I think she made quite a bit of money that first time. And
good.
Was that good? People wanted her back again, so she did one for Easter.
Yeah.
And the following Christmas as well, and then the following Christmas again. So,
and is she doing it this year?
No, she said she's given up Ladies Circle now. That's closed. She said that was 3 years was enough. It's a lot of hard work, but she does all the catering. She does all the food for. When one of the big events 4 years ago, not before COVID, 6 years ago, one in charge of the lodge's president, it was governors back then. 2013, 2021, we went from 2 sessions and latest to 1 moose, they call it now. Yeah. So it's not called president, but the governor back then, he wanted a Burns night. It was on Burns night. He was Scottish. There again, he thought of it catering about 40. I think she catered for virtually 80. But he wanted a full lot of haggis.
Amazing.
So did you have a family? Did you have children or not?
I got a son. He's in Watch It. Got 2 little grandchildren. I'll say little ones, 11 ones, 7.
Good remembering, Grandad. You can't forget. I tell you, when you get them and they grow up, you think, oh, how old is that one now?
Oh, well, they grow up so quick, don't they?
They do. It just makes you realise how fast life goes by, really.
It really does. This last year we planned big and they seemed to plan so much. And it's gone by and think, well, was it?
It's a bit like what you just said about COVID being 3 or 4 years ago. No, it's 5 years ago.
Yeah. It is really, yeah.
That's it. Well, on that note, shall we call that an end? We've been chatting for a good 45 minutes.
Yeah, well,
yeah.
Thank you so much for sharing all of that.
Thank you for asking me along. And
it's been really good. I'll have you back to tell some more stories another time.
Okay, thank you.